Hello everybody, my name is Spencer Niehaus and this is my Discourse Community Remix Mashup. Through the course of this video, I will be giving my perspective and my personal take on the Notre Dame Football fandom, which I discussed in my Discourse Community essay. I will answer a range of questions coming from why I'm a member of this community to what this community means to me. So as you saw, my first question is why am I a Notre Dame football fan? I think I have my dad to thank for this. Growing up on the west side of Cincinnati in a Catholic family, I've always been taught the importance of loyalty and faith. And nobody quite exudes loyalty and faith when it comes to the tradition and the values taught at Notre Dame and with the Notre Dame football fandom. My dad and I would always spend Saturday afternoons watching the Notre Dame football team take the field as we watched them battle many different opponents. Throughout my childhood, I spent a lot of time sitting in front of the TV, really getting the opportunity to watch Notre Dame football and become a member of this, as my dad and I often spent this time bonding and talking about all things beyond just Notre Dame football. The next thing I would like to discuss is my first time at the University of Notre Dame. This took place in 2007 when two of my cousins and my dad and I made the trip up to see the Fighting Irish take on the Air Force Academy. This event is really important to me because that was the first time I got to see everything in person. Until that point, I'd only seen Notre Dame on the television, and for the first time in my life, I had the opportunity to go to South Bend and see what everybody was talking about. That was the first time I got to be one of those 80,000 people screaming, watching the Irish take on the opponent. Unfortunately, on that day, they lost to the Air Force Academy 41-24, but I will forever remember all the experiences that I had that day and that carried on with me the rest of my life. The next question I would like to discuss is what is it about Notre Dame that keeps so many fans around? So, one of the coolest parts about Notre Dame is the tradition, everything that goes into it. From stories about the Golden Dome to the grotto and all the people just silently sitting there praying to being able to go to a mass in the Basilica of Sacred Heart after a football game and just seeing the 1,000 people cram into this church just to be thankful for the opportunity that they had to be in South Bend. There's so many things outside of the football stadium that attract so many people. Between the tradition and the history that follows every building and every brick on campus, there's so much that goes into everything that people often look at the things outside of the game that keep people around. Once you're in the stadium, that's when all the fun begins, because you're one of 80,000 people as you get the opportunity to cheer on the Irish and see those 65 guys go to bat and go to war for everybody in that stadium, and hear all the screams and all the chants and see everybody going crazy as Notre Dame scores is something unlike any other feeling you ever have. Being the little tiny wooden benches that they have in the stadium, you're so crammed in there and you're so close to everybody that it's just a real personal feel. No matter where you're sitting in the stadium, you feel as if you're on the field. That's the coolest part about Notre Dame, is being in that stadium and really feeling the emotions of everybody else that's in there, backing the same 65 guys down on the field. It's an incredible feeling and something that a lot of other places just cannot offer, and that's what makes me so attracted to Notre Dame football and everything that it has to offer. The final question I would like to discuss is what this discourse community means to me. Being a part of the Notre Dame football fandom means being a part of something that is so much bigger than myself. Again, being one of 80,000 people in Notre Dame Stadium is an incredible thing, but being one of the millions and millions of fans that span the globe is another. There's nothing like walking around the park or going to the supermarket or going to any sort of store and being stopped and asked, who's your favorite player, what's your favorite play, and just being able to talk to somebody and be able to interact with so many people from all walks of life as they discuss their passion and love for Notre Dame football. Part of the essay I discussed is what's your Notre Dame story, and there's nothing cooler than hearing how somebody fell in love with the Irish and what it is that brought them to become such big football fans. Notre Dame football is beyond me, it's beyond so many other people. It's become a lifestyle for so many others, and it's something that I really appreciate and I'm glad that I'm able to be a part of. Thank you.